Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Divine Journey. So since last episode, I have done just a little bit of decorative work, not a whole lot, because I'm kind of waiting on just a couple little things, and I also spent a very long time prepping Cobble Works stuff, like it was rough. Over here, I actually did build these out, because we've got plenty of concrete, plenty of cobblestone now. This Tyrian pillars, they don't actually run all the way back. They do run a little ways, but not all the way back. And these bridges, by the way, they're far from done. They are very, very far from done. I've just been kind of working on the general shape and supports and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's the main decorative type stuff I've worked on since last episode. I haven't put up any new statues because I was kind of ready to get into what we're going to be doing today, because it's kind of something that some aspects of it are things that I actually could really benefit from. I also did a bit of mining. I did go through the runic dungeon a little bit because I needed zombie heads to make Z-Logic controllers, and because making all this stuff was expensive. We'll go over that in just a second. But I did do a little bit of runic dungeons, and probably the most notable thing I came across was a luggage. I only did 2 rooms, basically until I found a zombie spawner, and then I farmed on that for a little bit. But we got a luggage. And basically what he does is if we were to throw down items, he'll go and he'll eat them and pick them up. He's really handy just, to kind of have around. And the nice thing is you can pick him up, shift right click, and pop him into your inventory, and he actually retains his inventory whenever you do that. So he's kind of nice when you're going through a dungeon, stuff, you're running around doing stuff, and there's items falling on the floor, he can go and pick them up. But anyways, I spent a very long time prepping this stuff. We have 3 cobblestone frameworks, 4 crafters, 3 sag mills, and 3 alloy smelters. Okay, we also have some drawers, and I've got some extra machine chassis, Z-Logic controllers that we're going to be using today. And I don't know if you noticed, the smeltery was running, and it'll probably still be running for a little while. You can see there's a lot of seared stone in here. Basically what I did was I just threw 18 double compressed cobblestone in here and started cooking that up, because I pretty much ran through almost all of our seared bricks making this stuff because of the machine frames. I think I made 15 machine frames, 15 machine chassis, and then kind of parted ways making all this stuff. And I had to go mining because I ran through like 4 or 5 stacks of iron. I ran out of 10. Oh man, it was expensive. It was very, very expensive. Crafters, by the way, these are actually probably the cheaper of the bunch, but they do require Z-Logic controllers. That's why I had to go get zombie heads, because I needed 7 plus 1 for something we're gonna be doing a little bit later in this episode. So very, very expensive. But anyways, that's the main things that we need to prep for the majority of the Cobble Works stuff that we're gonna be doing in this episode. So let's go ahead and start getting into that. And we're gonna be working in here a bit today, and then a little bit outside, doing some automation as well, necessary things. But anyways, first up, I gave it some thought, and we have this one that's producing glass and concrete, then we have this one that's just producing sand and gravel. I decided there's not really a whole lot of reason for this, so we're going to alter this cobblestone framework, because technically this can pull out sand and gravel, this can pull out sand and gravel, so we're going to go ahead and unspecialize this one. And what we're going to do first up is we are going to add a crafter to this. These are basically the crafter, the sag mill, the alloy smelter. These are the 3 machines that you can add to cobblestone framework. I can't recall if I mentioned that last episode, but anyways, if we throw a crafter in here, you'll notice it starts running. First up, it's going to create gravel bricks, which we'll probably end up using those. They're basically just a bit of gravel, and then also takes it's 4 pieces of gravel for gravel bricks. They actually look pretty nice. If we throw one down, you can see they're kind of a nice building block. So I'm sure we'll end up using those. So we're going to go ahead and have those automated. It's also going to be producing sandstone for us, which is kind of important. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw a sag mill into this, and then it's going to start producing niter for us. Because, of course, niter, we'll end up using that for things like our different dusts, cerothium and cryothium. We can also craft gunpowder with that. We can craft our phytogrows with that, and our rich phytogrows with that. So that's something that we'll be automating before too long, is our farming, that we're doing through the phytogrow system. And we will want to get capacitors in these at some point, but right now, That's not a big deal. Now you'll also notice it's going to produce compressed gravel, compressed sand. That's fine because what it can do then is it can ship that out. Because of course these can accept compressed gravel, compressed sand, or standard gravel, standard sand, and so on. So let's go ahead and set up our drawers first up. Whoops. And let me grab just a little bit of this niter so that I can configure these. And I'm going to go ahead and get just 4 pieces of sand so I can make a piece of sandstone. Now technically we could then craft the sand into, or the sandstone into smooth sandstone, but there's, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm fine with it just being sandstone. So we'll go ahead and set up our drawers. Let's do one with sandstone in it. And then we'll do, I guess this one right here is going to be niter. And then we'll have one up here for gravel bricks. Alright, so that one is done. And then next up, let's go ahead and set up our other cobblestone frameworks. Now, I hate the fact that we have 5 in total, because it's going to make it all lopsided, but that's fine because we'll have some other machines here and they'll all just kind of blend together, I guess. I mean, technically, I guess I could take it all the way to the roof, but I want that black border at the top, so we are not going to do that. Let me go ahead and break this down, and I've still got my, my conduits right here. And the nice thing is having all this stuff prepped, we can kind of just move through this pretty quickly. Cobblestone framework there, and then we'll do framework there and framework there, I think. Oh, by the way, I did do some semi-automation right here. I just put a hopper on here with yellowite, filled it up, and then I have an item conduit down here that's pulling out the cyanide and depositing it into this chest. So pretty straightforward, but I was running this for a while, and actually whenever I first, right after the last episode, I left this running. I did this little semi-automation setup, and I left this running for a few hours while I was doing some other stuff, just so that the buffers could get filled with cobblestone, with all this different stuff, so I had the concrete that I needed to build, because, you know, at first it wasn't outputting concrete, and I needed that, you know, to build the bridges. Alright, but anyways, in this next cobblestone framework, what we're going to do is we are going to set up silicon and flint automation. So, pretty straightforward. It's just sag mill, and then sag mill. And that's going to start producing silicon and flint. I'll tell you what, I've got silicon, so I'm just going to grab that flint. And that way we can configure the drawers. I want to configure these as we go. So we'll put one drawer right up there, and then we'll do one drawer right up there. Okay? So now we're producing all this stuff. That's the nice thing about Cobble Works. You set it up, and then you're producing like all this nifty stuff. And then what we can do is, once we start AE2, put a storage bus on the drawer controller, and we're set. All this is plugged up and ready to go. So there we go. It's producing those things for us. Let me plug up the item conduits. So extract, always active, and there we go. It's pulling that stuff out. Okay. And then next up, our next one that we have over here, this one is going to handle... Oh, one other thing I almost forgot to do. Do apologize. This glass one, I also want to put a crafter onto this one. Okay? And basically that's just going to produce glass panes is all it's going to do. But having glass panes automated in our Cobble Works would actually be kind of nice, because glass panes, I mean, we're going to be using those later on for things like mana lenses and tanks, you know, all this different stuff. We've got Project Red transportation stuff. We've got lamps. I'll be using a lot of lamps, I'm sure. I tend to use those from Project Red illumination. A lot of lighting stuff uses that. You can see lanterns. So something that we will use quite a bit. So I want to go ahead and just have that automated so we don't have to worry about it later. So there we go. Glass panes in that one. And then in this cobblestone framework, first up I want to put an alloy smelter. And so that's going to start producing smooth stone for us. And then another alloy smelter making circuit plates from Project Red core. Just so we've got those things automated, because circuit plates are another thing that we will use for lighting. We'll use it for AND gates and OR gates, NOR gates. All those gates, you know, are going to require circuit plates. So we'll just throw circuit plates into that one, and then over here we'll throw stone, smooth stone into that one. So yeah, we got smooth stone production now. See how easy this is? Like, but I will say it was expensive making all this, but once you get it all set up, it's so nice. And having silicon on demand, I made so much silicon between last episode and this one for like electrical steel. And
Hell's fury, meet your doom.
Cool. This is like the worst one, by the way. And yeah, see right there, Cacodemons and Nether Souls. Which actually, right now, might be a good time to get a cacodemon scanned, in fact. So let's just pop up there. That's my main objective in this little invasion. But I am going to wait, I think, until the invasion's technically over. But anyways, in this last cobblestone framework, what we're going to do is we're going to put in an alloy smelter. So we're making smooth stone again. And then we're going to put in a crafter. And so it's going to be producing buttons. And it's also going to be producing stone bricks. I figured we'll go ahead and automate those. That's something you tend to use a lot of. And it's one of those things like, I can't count the amount of times I'm like, oh, I need stone bricks. Well, I got to go craft those. Well, we'll just have them on hand. So buttons and stone bricks. I'm waiting for that to, there we go. I'll grab some of those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw our last crafter into here. And it's going to produce big buttons. I'm not going to store big buttons. They are not used for crafting anything at all. And all they are is a big button that goes on the wall that you can press. But there's one other thing that this can produce using the stone bricks, and that's what I'm waiting for. But let me go ahead and put in our stone bricks. And then we'll put in our buttons. And then let's go see if we can scan a cacodemon. I'm pretty sure we can. These guys are kind of dangerous, though, so... There we go. The Ugly Demon achievement. And we got the Caco Buster. If I recall, those guys can be tamed. Looks like the birds are attacking them. Yeah, they're like picking them up and like flying away with the cacodemons. That's great. Excellent. Okay, anyways, the nether souls are gone. That was the main concern out here. Minus this one, looks like. Alright, but anyways, this should be just about to make the other item that we're waiting for. There we go. Mini bricks from Divine RPG. If you recall, these are the ones that I had to craft for building that building up there. I love these blocks, but like I said, they're kind of expensive, requiring 9 stone bricks for a single craft. And then in addition, we are going to need these for things like rupee mini bricks, real mite, blood gem arlemite, bedrock, and netherite mini bricks. So a lot of basically just building aspect stuff. Same with like the gravel bricks, but it's things that, you know, I'd like to have just automated. So anyways, we'll put that into there, and there we go. So all of that stuff is being produced now from just these 5 simple machines. Noisy, I hate those things, but still, it's a lot of stuff being produced. Oh yeah, and I gotta put the item conduit on the back of this. There we go. Extract, and we are done. And I mean, I guess if I need a big button, like I said, I mean, I can just pop over here and grab some. But it's nice because I'm at the point now where if I have like extra glass on hand, or extra quite clear glass, like I was sorting out my backpacks and stuff earlier, and I found like quite clear glass, cobblestone, all that stuff. I just started chucking it on the ground, like in trash cans and things like that. Like I just don't. I'm at the point now where all these things, they're easy. We don't need to worry about them anymore. Now next up, what I'm going to do is let me actually pull off. Does this retain its inventory? I can't recall. I think no. It's no. Okay. I'm going to move the sawmill because I actually need that space open and available to me. So I'm just going to put this over here for now, and I'll just throw that into there. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up a smeltery and do that next part of the achievement book, like what they suggest we do. And that's what I need all those seared bricks for. Now, I will say after this, though, seared bricks aren't going to be an issue anymore moving forward. So it's going to be nice. However, the only thing that will be an issue is lava. So I do have a plan to sort that out. We'll see if we get to it this episode or not. I don't know for sure. Because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to work on. But anyways, let's grab a bit of this. I'm going to make like some seared bricks. I guess I could pour out into the casting basin, but I don't know. I prefer having them in brick form because of the amount of things that you have to do with them. But anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves a smeltery controller. Oh yeah, that's a block of redstone. Which I don't have that stuff on me. I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and lay out the bricks that we do have so we can kind of get the idea of just firing like crazy. The idea of the layout and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking, let's see, it's 4, yeah, we're going to do 4 wide for the front section of the smeltery. And this actually opens up into the cave. I don't know if I showed you guys that before or not, but anyways, we're going to hollow out this. Just like that. I think that's going to be the size of our smeltery. Is like maybe a 4x4 interior size. And basically this smeltery is going to be for one purpose only. But, you know, with machine frames requiring as many seared bricks as they do in this pack, like especially with those, we're going to need this automated. You know, the achievement book's not lying. You definitely need to automate this. So that is kind of my plan with this. And I'm going to go ahead and make it 4 high. Honestly, I think a 4x4x4 running all the time, it's going to be plenty of Seer Bricks. I don't think it's going to be any kind of a concern for us. So that is my plan. So there we go. That's like the interior of it. Now the top of it, I'm going to actually go ahead and cut this out because we're going to have a glass in front just so we can see it running, I guess. And we'll go ahead and do the top of it. And let me go ahead and put down a torch here. Like that. For right now, so we don't have stuff spawning in here. Oh wow, we've already got 1,032 gravel bricks. That's awesome. We're capped on circuit plates. We're capped on smooth stone. Capped on glass panes. Like, I love this. Niter, not so much yet, but that's fine. Flint is done. Oh, it's great. It's great. It'll probably all be done by the end of the episode, so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn these into Seer Bricks, because we do use them a bit. And we'll go ahead and get a smeltery controller. And then I'm also going to want smeltery drains, I think. How many? I know I've got some extra pieces lying in here, right? 2 casting tables. I'm going to take those. And we've also got some seared faucets. I think I'm just going to do 3 faucets. 3, you know, faucet nozzles that are running. Because really, I think that's going to be plenty. You know, with it running constantly, I think that's going to be fine. So, let me go ahead and get 3 seared faucets. And then we're going to want... I think I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 smeltery drains. I mean, I know you can do the corner piece and all that, but I think for my setup, I want 3. I'm also going to want 1 more casting basin, a casting table. So there's that. 3 of those, smeltery controller, and then all we need is a tank and then a bunch of glass. So I'll head on down. Alright, so for our seared tanks, I think I'm going to go with I'm going to do this one for the tank. So we'll go ahead and get that. And then I'm going to do, I think, seared windows or seared glass. Seared glass is the one I want, actually. Seared window is good for like a 1-block spot, but seared glass tends to be better, I think, for bigger windows. Now, I will say, in 1.10, they have a beautiful like selection of seared glass where you can actually do like windows without all that little like stuff on them. I do like those a lot more, but that is fine. We're going to go with, actually, I think 12 is how many I need, in fact. 12 of those. And then I'm going to need some more seared bricks. Let me pop down here. Oh, by the way, we scanned that Cacodemon. Let's take a look at that real quick. That is demonic Cacodemon. Large floating abominations of life. Cacodemons fire a deadly blast of demonic lightning and like to bully ghasts for their delicious tears. Can be tamed as a flying pet. And they do actually eat tears. Gas tears. Alright, so let me get just a bit of seared bricks. I may actually need more than that, though. And I'm just going to do seared bricks on the front as well. Like this. And then along the top, I'm going to do seared bricks. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to put our seared glass on the front. Tell you what, we're going to do the tank over here. And then we're going to have the base, the drains, actually on this side here. I'm just going to go like 1, 2, 3. Drain, drain, drain. So I guess what we'll do is we'll have the controller be like right in here. And kind of have like a section there that's blocked off. So, alright, so there is that. And for right now, since I don't have this whole thing automated, I'm going to have to leave this open just so I can get back there and access the tank. And then I'm just going to do, for right now, I'm just going to do cobblestone. There we go. Alright, so I can get to the tank now, and then before long we'll get this like fully automated so I don't even have to mess with the lava aspect of it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up the output for this. So our drains are all over here, right? So drain, drain, drain. Maybe I want to flip these around. And then let me just kind of dig into here a little bit. And we're going to kind of run a lot of this stuff back in this section, more or less. So let's go ahead and set up our casting tables. Just bam, bam, bam. And then we'll have our seared faucets. Pop, pop. And then let me go grab the timer that's over in our other building, because I don't really need it in that building anymore. And then let's go ahead and set up a drawer. And that's why I took the sawmill out, just so we go ahead and have our drawer set up for this. So we'll do just right. Actually, let me steal this conduit off. There we go. So we'll do the drawer like right there. No, 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 no. Seared bricks in there. Awesome. And I got a bunch of big buttons that I don't want. So I'll show you these, by the way. Like, you can just put them on a wall. And there's like a ginormous trapdoor button, more or less. I don't foresee myself needing those because we have better looking buttons than those. But alright, so let's go ahead and put our timer down. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the timer setting like right... I'll put the timer right here. There we go. So it activates all the faucets. Wonderful. Okay, and then... So those are ready, those are primed and ready to start pulling out. And then what we'll do is we'll just put item conduits onto these. Let me move this torch real quick. So item conduits on each of these, we're going to say extract, always active, extract, extract. And then all we have to do is connect it up to our conduit line. So we'll just come through here, and just conduits come down like this. I may have to make some more item conduits. No, we'll make it. Just like that. And then I'm also going to plug into this controller. Okay, so let me remove this. I'm going to put an item conduit right here, and we're going to facade this in just a minute. We're going to set that to insert, and yeah, I will need to make some more conduits, just for one though. Alright, so I'm going to have to go get a conduit, and then I'm also going to want just a basic item filter, just hopper and paper. Alright, so hopper, there we go, and then just paper. And there we go. And then I just need an item conduit. I'm going to get... How much pulsating iron? I have... 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll do 3 crafts of it. Because we're going to need it by the end of the episode anyways, so... where did the rest of my conduit binder go? Oh, I think it's in this backpack, actually. Yes, okay. I knew I had a bunch on me because I figured we were going to need some this episode. I know we will in just a second, so... And what we're going to do is down here, I'm going to have to remove this floor slightly. But if we pop right down here, where our drawer controller is plugged up, I'm going to say that you can also extract on, say, brown channel, always active. Okay, so that way it knows that it can pull out items on the brown channel. And then what we'll do is we'll pop back here. We're going to say that this inserts on the brown channel with a filter. And what we're going to do is we're going to filter it so that it can only accept double compressed cobblestone. And we'll just put that right into the filter there. There we go. And then if I plug up... Oh, you know what? I could have just removed that conduit. Whoops. Could have just removed this one, plugged up that one, and there you go. But anyways, you'll see that it's filling up now with double compressed cobblestone, and only with double compressed cobblestone. Alright, and then all we have to do is just go grab some lava. I'm just going to grab our lava drum that's down here. I think it's got like 50,000 millibuckets or something left in here. 55,000. That's fine. I'm just going to pull that one off for the time being. And see, we don't have any fluid conduits made, do we? What is it? I think it just takes quite clear glass, right? Unless it's altered in this pack. Quite clear glass for fluid conduits. Now pressurized, I'm not too worried about pressurized. Pressurized is nice if you're dealing with like small amounts of fluids and you need all of them to make it through, but lava, you know, this is going to be perfect. So I'm not worried about that in the least. Let me get that. There we go. Fluid conduits. And we'll just plug this up real quick. Put that there. There we go. Extract always active. And there we go. That should be filled up with lava now if we take a look. Pow. Okay. And for right now, I'm just going to hide this. And eventually, lava's going to be automatic and we're not going to have that type setup. But anyways, it's filling up with double compressed, or it's smelting all the double compressed cobblestone. And there's a lot in here, actually. And these things, I mean, whenever it smelted up 18, it wasn't even able to store the last one in the smelter that we had at the other base. Now that was a 3x3x4, I believe, or 3x3x3 actually. Now that I think about it, or no, it's 3x3x2. So it's actually a really small, a very small one. This one has a lot more storage space, but anyways, there we go. It's filled with seared stone, and you can see that oh wow, just that one is primed, waiting for for there to be some space, and then whenever there's some space, it'll get thrown in there. But anyways, if we take a look, oh yeah, I haven't set up the actual molds yet. So let's go get some basin molds. I'm gonna need like 3 pieces of aluminum brass, and then just an ingot, iron ingot or something like that to make those. And I guess I could have actually removed this hopper that's up here. I don't actually need it up here anymore, but anyways, aluminum brass, let's go ahead and dump it. Let me grab this for a moment. And there we go. There's our 3 ingot casts. Alright. So we'll just pop back up here and get this stuff set in, and then we're going to be producing seared bricks. So easy as pie. And let's see, right now it's set to 2 seconds. I could probably bump that up to, I think, 4 seconds is pretty good. Could be, I guess technically it could be like 2.5 seconds or something, but I'm not worried about it. Anyways, if we look in here, there's 80 seared bricks, 81, it's going up. Okay? So then if we pop down here, use your cobblestone to automatically create seared bricks in your smeltery, automatically extract the seared bricks with a redstone clock. You can even set up a separate smeltery for this. We're going to go ahead and mark that off. That's done. I mean, technically I didn't use the redstone clock, but I used the timer that was given to us by a quest. So, same thing. Alright, and then next up, I want to use one of these machine chassis that I made up. And I want to get just something that's going to make our lives a bit nicer, and that is the painting machine at long last. 5 electrical steel, a diamond, and 2 pieces of nether quartz. Not an issue. I need to deal with that, but I'm waiting till I get into Thaumcraft. By the way, I want to check something really quick regarding Thaumcraft, because we might actually start the basics of that to go ahead and get it out of the way. Maybe this episode, maybe next episode. Nope. Thermometer takes, demon blood shards, soul runic plates. Yeah, that's a little ways away. A little bit. Do I have... Okay, I don't have electrical steel. Well, let me grab just a bit of iron then. I mean, technically I've got 1 piece, but I'm not even going to bother with that. Let me grab some of this pulverized coal. And silicon we have now, which is great. Then I'm going to need a diamond and 2 pieces of nether quartz. Like, that's one thing since the last episode. I went through a lot of electrical steel. I went through a lot of dark steel. And I went through quite a bit of... That is not a creature that we have scanned, is it? Nope. Ice Elemental, the Reaver. Alright. And we got the Too Cool For You and Ice Elemental achievement. Let's take a really quick look at that, by the way. Reaver, icy spirits that hurl frost bolts at anything they deem a threat. They actually have kind of like a dragon head. Alright, so electrical steel. Let me get that running. I'm going to need... Do I want to just go ahead and make like a stack of electrical steel? Let's do it. Because I know that electrical steel, it's not going to go to waste. So, might as well just go ahead and do it. I need to do the same thing for dark steel because I want to start getting into some stuff. Dark steel armor and stuff of that nature before too long. And I know we're going to need a bunch of dark steel, so... That's another thing that I need to just craft up a bunch of. I've actually got a lot of obsidian, though, from all the Lycanites mobs. Plus, I spent a while mining up a lot of obsidian and everything, so we do have quite a bit of that. So, anyways, there is our painting machine. And let's go ahead and get a few of these conduit facades. There's 5. That's not going to be nearly enough. Alright, and we'll just put that down. And let's go with our cobblestone block, conduit facade, and get that running. Alright, so there's 2, and we can go ahead and put these in. I'll put 1 right there to go ahead and hide that stuff away. And then put 1 right here. Now this section here, I'm not going to worry about facading that because you won't be able to see that. We're going to put a wall in right here. And I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and run that cobblestone down. Oh yeah, I will have to facade that because right here. This corner won't have to though because there's going to be a block that goes there. But anyways, let me go get a bit more of this conduit binder, and I'll get that running, and then we're going to switch gears now and work on something else. And this spot right here I'm not going to fill in just yet because I have to have access to this chest because it's like item output, but keep in mind all these machines are going to be gone before too long. Before too much longer. but they still got a little while longer that they'll be there. But and then I'm just going to need a seared brick and one more conduit facade. And we'll just put those in right there and then put that back. And there we go. So everything's kind of clean. Oh yeah, that one. Whoops. And there we go. Now we're all set. And it looks like all of our Cobble Works is done. Like everything, I guess, is backed up. Now some of these I'm probably going to add upgrades to. And we've got 275 Seer Bricks now. And we got a ton of electrical steel being made. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to switch gears. We are going to work on something else. And first up, what I'm going to want is, from Ender.io, I want a farming station. Just a standard one. We don't need the Agricraft farming station. These are semi-expensive. We're going to need some electrical steel. We've got that. Arlemite hoe, I can pull that off. That's not a problem. Machine chassis, Z-Logic controller. But we are going to need some dark Solarium ingots. Now, these are... they're not terrible. Solarium, dark steel, and pulsating crystal. I could definitely pull that off. So let me go get the stuff together that we're going to need to make that. And I'm going to want to upgrade capacitors. So let me get 2 of these. There's 4 of those. And then I'm going to want 2 energetic alloy. And I tell you what, let me just grab all the energetic alloy we have, because we're probably going to want that. And then 2 pieces of vibrant alloy. And we'll get this crafted up. So, oh yeah, and then I'm going to need a piece of pulverized coal. Alright, so double layer capacitor. Bam. Oh, wait, I'm gonna need a couple of those, actually. I don't know what I was thinking. Double layer capacitor. There we go. And then our octadic capacitor. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to need a couple pieces of Arlemite. So there's that. And we'll get our Arlemite hoe. Time to farm. And then we're going to need, I don't think I have enough. No, I have barely any nuggets left. Okay. So I've actually got ender pearls. So 2 of these. I mean, we're at the point now, I mean, I can go get ender pearls. That was actually just from killing shades. I had a ton of shades spawning in the runic dungeon that kept attacking me. And also down in the mines when I was mining. And that's where all those came from. But alright, electrical steel is done. We'll go ahead and get the pulsating iron being made and the solarium. Pulsating crystals. And then just run all this together. Oh yeah, dark steel, there we go. Actually not that bad. Was not terrible to make that, so. And I'm really happy we have all this extra electrical steel now because, oh my gosh. I hate like having to make these on demand kind of a thing. By the way, these enhanced energy conduits, we are about to use those, in fact. And actually, I wonder if we've completed any quests, because I'm kind of like off the beaten track right now, kind of just doing my own thing a little bit. But probably starting next episode, we'll be following the quest book a little bit more. Yes, farming. What did we complete? Farming station. And they're going to give us a dark pick. Alright, so we'll turn that in. Dark pick. That's cool. We're not going to actually use that right now. Farming station, which we might actually use that later on, but and here's where the fun part is. We're going to have to run power up to this thing. And that's why I made all this energetic alloy last episode, is actually, it was in preparation for this. And why I made all this, like, energy conduits and everything that we didn't need right that second. But right here is where we're going to put our tree farm. And I've got to find the center of this. It's somewhere in here. It is right here. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and mark this. I'm going to say here. And basically I just need to run power from the building over there all the way over to here. And this is probably going to take... Honestly, I don't even know if I have enough conduits right now to do this. I'll probably have to make up some more, possibly. And let me get out my torches. And I guess technically I didn't have to mark this one because I have that one right there marked. So it's like 55 meters off in that direction. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to run the conduits behind me as I go, I think. So we'll do... And I will say that probably next... I don't know if we'll do it next episode or wait a few episodes. Because there's something I want to do with this, like, aside from just having the tree farm itself. There's something that we're going to do with it that's going to be very, very powerful for us, especially with this pack and the nature of this pack. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do it next episode or just wait a couple episodes for it. I can hear the cobblestone frameworks. Yeah, so there's our enhanced energy conduits that I want to plug into. And there we go. Okay, so now what we need to do is we just have to run all this stuff back. So fun times, because it's a little bit of a jaunt to get it over here, but that's okay. I mean, technically I could make a tesseract. I could probably pull it off, but I might as well just run the conduits, because I'm going to have to run power also up to our sorting building and stuff like that, so might as well. This, I think enhanced energy will be fine, at least for now. Eventually I might change it over to vibrant, but... Oh, here we go. We're going to plug it in. That actually wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. In fact, I thought it was going to take a lot more than that, but... Okay. I made a stack when I came back. I used up pretty much all the conduit binder that we had on us. Alright, so that is ran. That is plugged up and it is ran. Awesome. Still have to put RF on my tools. I'll do that at some point, I promise. I promise we will. But anyways, let me go ahead and remove these off of here. I don't want to turn the rest of these off for right now. And then we'll just put our farming station down. Pow. And it's going to say no seeds. That's fine. Okay. So that part's done. That's probably the worst part, I think. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make a tool for this. And basically, you know, we're going to need an axe for it to chop down trees. But instead of going with a standard axe, we are going to get ourselves an enchantment table first. Okay, I've got 48 books here. I don't think I have any other loose books. No, I might actually go to a village and grab them though, because there's those book houses. It's probably the quickest way to do this, because I'm going to need quite a few books probably. Let's go ahead, get a diamond. Wait, it's 2 diamonds. Almost forgetting my vanilla a little bit. And then 4 pieces of obsidian. Let's get our enchantment table. Pow, there we go. Enchanter. And... see, I've got, yeah, right here. I had some wood on me somewhere. Let's go ahead and make ourselves some bookcases. 15. There we go. That's perfect. And I'm going to want more books than this. I'll probably just go to a village and get them, though. Okay. But first up, I'm going to need to repair or get my jetpack back up. I guess for right now... just because my experience obelisk is down here, I'm just going to set up my enchanting setup in our smeltery building. Totally makes no sense that it's there, but it's just temporary. Just temporary placement. Alright, that's filled up enough. Alright, let's do this. I guess I'm going to go for the village that's right over here first. So I believe there is a... is there a bookcase building? I think actually this one over here. This one right here might be one. Oh, there's one, but I've already looted it. Okay. Well, let me head over here then. There's a few more villages nearby. I love the random, like, cacodemon orbs that are still, like, floating around. Okay. Here we go. So there is 23 books. Is there any other... aha, another bookcase house right next to it. Yeah, there's 44. That might be enough, actually. And I don't really see any more around here, so... okay, that'll be fine. These bridges, I cannot wait to get these done. I cannot wait. Because I think they're going to be really, really cool. Because I will say they're going to be a bit more ornate than these, like, small bridges. So... because I'll be building, like, on a grand scale, you know, a large bridge like that. I can do a lot with it, so... I've got some ideas. Some ideas for it. Okay, so let's set this thing up. And we're just going to do... this area is such a mess. That's all ingots. That's... okay, I need to get the rest of that put up. I guess I'm just going to remove this stuff. And we'll just do our bookcases back here. Yeah, we'll just do it like that for right now. Okay, so there we go. And we can do level 30 enchants. Perfect. Let me grab this. And let me get 30 levels. And we got binding 2. Okay. It's not really what I wanted, but Infinity 1. Man, what's these enchants? Bane of Arthropods 4, that's a bit better. Which, that's about the only time you'll hear me say Bane of Arthropods 4, that's better. And Fuel Efficiency 4. I think, isn't Fuel Efficiency from Mine Factory Reloaded? I wonder if it can go on this jetpack. Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to put it on this jetpack because it's just a tier 2. We could honestly pull off a tier 3 right now. I don't know. I don't have the, I actually don't have the iron cooked up for an anvil. I don't even know that I have the iron for an anvil at this point. I do not. Great. Great stuff. Good. Well, anyways, that's beside the point. I'm not too worried about that right now because, maybe on like our tier 4 jetpack we might enchant that or something because I know these jetpacks are enchantable. I just don't know if they can accept fuel efficiency, but that's fine. But let me get just some gold, and I'm gonna make some magical wood. That is actually my goal right now. So let's see, how much magical wood would this make? I think it's gold on the corners, and then our enchantment books here might be backwards. No, it's not. 11 pieces of magical wood. That's great. Bane of Arthropods, fuel efficiency, infinity, and binding. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to make a mattock. Axe head, magical wooden axe head, and then magical wooden shovel head, and then it's just a tool rod, right? I can never remember. Yeah, it's just standard tool rod. Okay. That works. And we get a shard. And there we go. Magical wooden mattock. It has 11 modifiers. Perfect. And then, let me see. Unbreaking is obsidian plates, right? I think it is. I've got to go up here to get obsidian plates, or obsidian. And what we're going to do is we are going to make ourselves an obsidian mattock. Or reinforced mattock. Alright, and I don't believe... Isn't it... I think it's just Iguana Tinker Tweaks that allows you to change stuff, I think. Which, if so, that's fine. I'm not really all that concerned with it. Yeah, it's just... Okay. That's fine. That's just one piece of obsidian. I was just curious. I couldn't remember. But that's not a problem because what we can do is get our large plate patterns. And I guess really I could have done one of the pieces out of obsidian, got reinforced 3. Probably would have been better. I'll keep that in mind for next time. But anyways, we're going to get ourselves 8, 10 reinforced plates. And then we'll just apply these to that. There's reinforced 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I double up? Nope, can't double up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll just throw this into here. And there we go. Look at that monster. Just chopping down everything. And, of course, replanting that. Okay. So then what I want to do is let me just go get some saplings just to fill this up. So that it's got plenty of saplings to replant. And, oh yeah, we need to put our octadic capacitor into there as well. So we can get all that, like, loose wood. And then we'll go ahead and throw in that, lock it in, throw in that, lock it in, that. Okay. So now, and there you go, it's getting all the wood. Haha! We have automatic wood, apples, and saplings, technically, coming in. Alright, so now what we need to do is actually get this stuff moved over, and I think for the drawer system, I'm thinking about having it just like right over here. So what we'll do is we'll have the items come up like right... I guess right here. Okay, let me mark this because I can't find it. Oh, it's actually really, really close. Aha. And we'll just put on our item conduit right there. We're going to say that you can extract always active. And we'll just pull those items out along this little tunnel here. So like right here. And then I'm going to want a drawer controller. Oh yeah, drawer controllers are made more expensive in this pack, by the way. In the most recent update, they require potentiometers that are done like that. And diamond lattice like that. So they did get buffed a little bit. That's okay, because they were just standard before, so they were actually pretty cheap. But that's fine. Let's go get this thing crafted. So first up, the potentiometers. There's our two comparators. And then it's mainly just iron. And there we go, 2 potentiometers. And then we need, what, 5 pieces of diamond? Or 5 diamonds, not pieces of diamonds, but that. And then stone and just a drawer. So there's our drawer controller. And then I'm also going to want a frame drawer. So we'll go ahead and get that real quick. And I want to go ahead and just make one more of these drawers, because I'm going to want to store saplings, wood, and apples in those. Alright, so we're pretty well set now. So we'll head on out. And I will say eventually we're going to have other types of wood, but for right now, oak, that's fine. Just having oak is great. So we'll put that down right there, and then we'll just do kind of like a... I guess I'm going to put it like right here. Yeah, we'll do here, 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 and here. Okay. And then let me get an apple. Let me get some oak. And we'll do... Oh yeah, and a sapling as well. I tell you what, having automatic wood is going to be great. We'll do... apple, sapling, oak. Oh yeah, we're going to have these little guys occasionally. Kill it, kill it! And, oh yeah, I need to have this pumping in as well. So let me pop down here real quick. We'll say that you can insert. And there we go. We're going to start getting our items in. Aha! Okay. And sometimes it'll drop like loose pieces of wood. That's just part of it. That's just one of its quirks, I guess. Sometimes I think it's due to the inventory being full. It just keeps on chopping. But anyways, we've already got 348 pieces of wood in this. So, awesome. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to get some crafters. And I was originally planning on waiting for RF Tools crafters, but these require factory machine blocks and also energy cells and all this AE2 stuff to get those. So I'd love to have just a crafter tier 3. That would be wonderful. But Ender IO crafters, these are cheap and easy. No, because I'm almost out of iron. I don't have any iron. I cannot believe I'm out of iron. Okay, give me just a little bit. I'm going to go do some mining because I'm out of iron. And I need iron for what we're going to be doing. And then I'll be back in just a bit once I get that. Because we're going to go ahead and buff up our wood production. Okay, because right now getting wood, that's great. But there's something else that I want from it other than just getting wood. Oh, hey. So I'll be back in just a bit once I get some iron built up and get that stuff crafted up and ready to go. Alright, so after a bit of mining, it actually didn't take that long, because I got like 32 iron within like a few minutes, and I got quite a few diamonds as well, but I've got 4 crafters made up here. So, and I actually had to get more tin cooked up as well, so, but I will say having the seared bricks and the glass and all that stuff automated makes it so much easier. So 4 crafters, and what we're going to do is we're going to set these up, and I think I'm going to have them be... It's going to be lopsided. I don't like it. Aha. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move some things around here, actually. We're going to have the drawer controller stay here. And we're going to have... Let me pull this up. Actually, I've got packing tape on me. I'm just going to have it laid out just like this. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to pop down underneath here. I'm going to set some stuff up under the floor. Basically like right in this little section here. And if I go over here, like right in this area, I think. I may have to make some more enhanced energy conduits, but that's fine if I need to. I mean, granted, I could actually... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going to adjust this slightly and just have it go down right there. So I'm going to pull up a lot of these cables real quick. So the power cables are going to run up from there instead. So we'll just run them back like that. And then we'll just bring a power line over to like right here. And we'll just have the power line run up the center to like right there. And then what I want to do is I want to set up our crafters, like one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take... Let me actually set down this this frame drawer because we're going to fill it. And we're going to take, first up, a bit of wood and just put it into this crafter. We're going to say that if you take wood, it gets you planks. And so then if wood goes in, it creates planks. Okay? And let me go ahead and put a plank in there to go ahead and lock that in. And then the next crafter, we're going to say that if you take planks like this, then you're going to get sticks. And there we go, there's some sticks. And these crafters will only accept items that are in their crafts, okay? So if I don't have to set filters to this, so that'll be great. And then this next one, we're going to say that if you take... And I mean, granted, I've got the sawmill. I could run them through the sawmill and get sawdust. Let me see. What all uses do I have for sawdust in this pack? Compressed sawdust. Sponges. Lava fabricators. Auto spawners. Wow, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me go get my sawmill. I'm just going to use the one that I've got. If the need arises that I need another sawmill, which we will need more for melons and stuff like that, I mean, I can always make more sawmills. That's not a problem. So, I would like to have sawdust on hand, I think. Okay, and I ran and grabbed another drawer because I think I want another drawer for this. I guess sawdust, we're just going to put it right here. Okay, so we're going to have sawdust being produced. And I guess I can remove that recipe because we're not going to be making planks through that anymore. I'm still going to store planks here, but I'm not going to be making them in a crafter. So, oh, and I am going to want a filter in this case, I think. And I'm just going to steal the hopper that's down here. Because I don't really need this hopper anymore, you know. That was just a temporary thing that we were using. So, I'm going to grab that. And so there's our basic item filter. It's about to get so good. Like, things are about to get so good for us. And we'll just put the sawmill down, like, right over here. And we'll say you can insert from the left side with a filter only oak wood. What did it get? Oak wood, great. Alright, and then we're going to have the items, I guess, just pull out the back side. That'll be fine. So we'll say you can output from the back both items, and we'll just put that on there. There we go, and so it's pulling everything out. Now right now I can't pull out oak wood because I don't have a place for it to go, but that's fine. Sawdust is building up. We've got a bunch of oak wood, we've got apples, we've got saplings, wonderful. And let's see, as far as our crafters go, I guess really I'm only going to need 3 of these now, because that'll be all 4 slots, so I guess I'll just remove like this crafter over here. That's fine. Now in this next crafter, let me get some oak wood or some sticks. So in this one, we're going to teach it a recipe, and we're going to say that if you take oak wood and then you take sticks like that, you're going to get a carpenter block. So let me go ahead and get one of these. There we go. And I'm going to lock that into there, and then one more. This one right here. And we're going to say that if you take, this is the one I'm most excited about, if you take oak wood and oak wood planks, you're going to get chests.
Bam storm! Party on!
And there we go. There's chests. And I'm going to go ahead and lock this in real quick, because I know the bam storm's about to hit us. And we'll set that right there. And then let me actually pop down here, kind of hide away. So that's making, yeah, that's pumping everything out, and we should have everything going in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the drawer controller, it can also extract, and we'll say it can extract on the brown channel, and it can insert brown channel, insert brown channel, insert brown channel. And you can see now it's crafting chests automatically, it's crafting sticks, it's crafting carpenter's blocks. Now it's not crafting them right this second. That's because it takes sticks. So what we're going to do is we're also going to say that you can also extract on green. Also extract on green and extract on green. Okay, so now this should be in full swing. What's it waiting on? Probably planks, I can only assume. And I'm also going to say that the extract is round robin. Okay. So oakwood planks are building up in there now. And so if we take a look, all this stuff is going up. And now eventually oakwood planks, actually very, very soon, oakwood planks, carpenter's blocks, that stuff's actually going to back up. Because I think these only hold 8, yeah, they only hold 8 stacks. So oakwood planks will back up, carpenter's blocks will back up, chests will back up, sticks will back up, all that stuff will be backed up. So now I may eventually add, I'm going to give it some time to run and just see. I may end up putting a void upgrade on the oak wood, possibly. And the reason I do that is so that I can keep getting apples and saplings, but we'll see. We shall see. Because at the same time, I mean, I've got a lot of saplings, but I am going to want this thing running like all the time though. Yeah, so I am going to do a void upgrade on this. Probably a little bit later on. I probably won't worry about the void upgrade though until this guy's got to die. I hate these kobolds. Okay, I seem to be safe now. Oh, cocoa beans. I actually needed those. Those came from monkey poop. But yeah, so I will end up adding a void upgrade a little bit later on once we get into our leaf automation, which we're not ready for that yet. So anyways, I think with that, I know it's about wrapping up point, so I do believe that I'm going to end out the episode here. But I feel like we got a lot done, right? We got that whole Cobble Works thing set up and producing all kinds of stuff. You know, we got conduit facades, we got Seared Bricks automated, and we got wood automation in place, as well as chests, planks, sticks, carpenter's blocks, all that stuff that's going to be very, very useful. I may also end up including, I'm going to give it some thought, I may throw down like one more 2x2 drawer and have like carpenter's wedge slopes, carpenter's barriers, carpenter's, like a couple other carpenter things that, I love this guy just, hi, hey buddy. Because I will be using a lot of that stuff, you know, and just having access to it and not even having to request it, just always having some on hand that I can grab and use would be really, really handy. So I may end up doing that. But kind of my goal in this series is to kind of automate as we go, so it'll make our lives a whole lot easier, right? Like the stuff that we did today and at the end of yesterday, or last episode, it's going to make our lives so much nicer, you know, moving forward, because we have that stuff on hand and whatnot. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And just as a side note, I know this is kind of random, but I do want to say thank you guys, all of you, for all the support and stuff, and it's very, very much appreciated. So I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you. But anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.